Wild Sheep Foundation presents Sheep Shape. Rick Cron grew up in a small Illinois farm town where he spent his childhood on the baseball diamonds with his two brothers. In 1994, he took his skills to the big leagues when he got drafted by the Chicago White Sox. After 4 years as a pro, Rick shifted gears to follow his passion for the outdoors and became a key player in the hunting industry. In 2013, he learned that the challenges he was about to face were bigger than baseball or whitetail bucks.
Well, going into the day that I found out I had cancer, a few days prior, I'd gone out to my daughter's 16th birthday party, knowing that there was something wrong because I went to just a small little doc in the box per se, and had some blood work done, and they said that it was out of whack, and I ignored it. They said, you need to go see your internal med doc right away, and because of my daughter's party, I kind of put it on the side. Oh man, it was one of those days where you know, you're in the hospital for something that you think's just maybe a minor allergic reaction or something else, and woke up from some testing and said that I had pancreatic cancer. I was devastated. The only thing that I knew at the time about pancreatic cancer was that my mom passed away at the age of 50 back in 1998, and from when she found out she had it until the day she passed, it was just a couple months. So, you know, knowing that that's all I knew about it, I was scared to death. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to think, and I just knew that I had my brothers there with me, and we were going to have to figure out something and what to do.
Rick was given a 15% chance to make it more than 1 year, and just a 5% chance of surviving past year 5. As a father of 2 teenage girls, he couldn't just accept those odds. He decided to hit cancer head-on so he can stay alive for the ones he loves.
We found out 3 days later through a procedure that was done endoscopically that it was stage 4, that it had spread to my liver and one of my kidneys, and so that means that it is inoperable. The next step after you find out you have cancer is to, you know, make a decision, and it's almost a fight or flight. It is a fight or flight response. You can either choose to hit it head on, or you can choose to just lay down and let it overtake you. And you know, I talked with my family and close friends, and I said, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna beat it, we're gonna fight like hell, and I'm gonna need you guys to pick me up when, pick me up when I can't fight, because I knew that going through what I had gone through before, that it, you know, could be something like that. And sure enough, you know, the first few treatments were just like that. I mean, I was partially blinded, paralyzed, couldn't see. I mean, for minutes, but you don't know. A minute seems like a long time when things like that hit you, and you go through full body cramps, and scary as heck. And, you know, having 2 daughters in their teenage years, you don't ever want to tell them anything bad or what's happening to dad, and a way to protect them, but I also have to be real with them. And for my daughters to think that they're not going to have a dad possibly in that amount of time, and that's the tough part.
Rick has no choice but to depend on his closest friends and family to help him get through this fight. His support group is instrumental as he stays focused on the battle, relying on his faith to give him the strength to press forward.
I'm a firm believer that God does have a plan, you know, with that, and my daughters knowing that that's the way that I'm going to fight kind of gives me comfort to get through it. I received actually a Facebook private message from Chad Hall, not knowing Chad Hall, and I opened up the message and it said, hey buddy, I just want to let you know you're in my prayers, and if you need anything from me, you know, I'm here for you. And to get a message like that from anybody that you don't know, complete stranger. And sorry, he was the first of quite a few messages like that. But to get it's emotional, you know. Who's this guy wanting to, you know, help me? And he said, I've been through it. I can help you through it. Chemotherapy is going to kick your butt. I'm not going to lie. You know, so to hear it from somebody that's a survivor and that beat it as a teenage young man, I believe he was 19 years old, and to say, this is what I did, this is what you can expect, this is what will help you, and you can lean on me and count on me as a friend. And in the next sentence saying, hey, I'm thinking of getting this program together called Sheep Shape. I believe it was about 3 weeks later, he asked for my number and he gave me a call, and here I am. He said, I want you to be number 4, and I talked to the guys, and I was just, first thing I was like, man, do you think I can do it? And he goes, well, there's one way to find out, right?
Not only is he actively going through chemotherapy that he has to battle through himself, when he gets out of chemotherapy, he actually has to go through the physical requirements to train to be able to do a hunt of this nature.
Today, Rick continues to fight for his life as he trains to conquer the mountain, refusing to let a percentage determine what lies ahead.